that we actually have quite a few people that might have been on. Do we have any of the leaders that were on the Zoom where they talked about the new product, or do we have anybody that's tasted the new product out there that might want to share? I know we have I know a bunch of people saw the website and what that looks like. Does anybody want to kind of give any insights and just kind of share your thoughts on what you saw so far? We're excited. I know we were supposed to be live today, but due to the inclement weather and all the crazy stuff that's been going on, and I mean the wrecks and all that have been all throughout Texas, it got pushed back 48 hours. So that's definitely not exciting stuff for all the people that were hurt or killed through the car accidents and all that over the last week. But we're really excited about where we're going and what's happening. And so does anybody want to jump on and kind of share their thoughts of what they saw in the new back office? Don't everybody talk all at once. I know it's distracting, people are all talking at the same time.
All right, I'll say something. Oh, go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Carrie.
I was on the call earlier today where we got to see the new site. And you guys, I'm so stinking excited for it. I feel like they really did think of everything. I'm sure there's so much that we didn't even get to see today, but the whole time I was just like, oh my gosh, they really thought of everything. So it's very, very beautiful. It's clean, it's warm, it's happy, it's user-friendly. There's just a lot of different tools that we don't have now that we're going to have. And I literally cannot freaking wait. And then on top of that, we talked about the new product that's coming. The benefits were so long and they were listing them off so fast. I was trying to write them down and I couldn't. I was just like, slow down. Like I can't get them all. I couldn't even remember all the benefits that they listed. And this is like the 10th time I've heard about it. And I can never quite get all the benefits of this new product. So I'm so excited for everything that's coming. Like, I've never been so excited for a new product launch as I am for this new product that's coming. 100% hands down. This is the most excited I've been for a new launch, and I can't come soon enough. I can't wait.
I think the McLeans were about to unmute over there. Were y'all about to jump on and say something?
Hey, Chris. Carrie, that's awesome. Yeah, we were able to hear and take a look at a little bit of the business partner website. It wasn't the back office, but it was a business partner website. And there was a couple things that I absolutely love. I hope that I'm not the only one, but how many of you, whenever you have someone that says they get on the business website and they want to see what the packs are before they go and enroll, but you always have to send them a picture or send them a flyer or whatever. And it's like, can't it just be on the business website? Well, now it's all over the business website where they can click and see what the different packs are prior to going and starting the enrollment process, which is really cool. I love that. One of the other things I like is the opportunity tab is going to be super cool. It's got a lot of information, like really cool overviews, tells about our opportunity. But then if you want to see how to make money, then there's a very quick overview of how you can get paid 64 times a year. Very quick. Here's our comp plan, 20% for this. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know any of that. So I'm actually anxious to take a picture of it because I don't know how any of that works. I don't know how I get paid. I just know I do the 4 steps and I get a paycheck. So I thought that was really cool. And I also like, they have a place, and I think it's in the opportunity tab, I'm not real sure, but it talks about our history, which it has a timeline, which I thought was really cool. And it starts out from where we started with our very first product and where we've gone in 2018, who's come on board. We were named #1 company for this, different things like that throughout the timeline. I thought that was super cool. So I think it's going to be really fun to jump in there. The packs are great. Oh, one other thing, I have to throw this in there. Sorry, I got excited about this. How many of you have people that when they get on and they become a business partner or a brand partner and they get a pack, but they can't order anything else? You have to go out and go back in if you want to add anything to the order and all that stuff. It's such a pain. Now they go in, they get their enrollment pack, which is the $49, $24.95, whatever it is. They do the enrollment kit, then they pick their pack. Then if they want to add a product, they can do it right then. So there's no 2 shippings, 3 shippings. And at that time, they can pick if they want it just today only, if they want it today and Smart Ship, or if they want it just next month added to their Smart Ship. So it's going to be really cool to be able to have all of that at one spot. So much more manageable and user friendly for our customers to be able to go in there and place orders. And it's also got a plus and a minus on quantity right at the spot. So super cool, except for your happy or unhappiest pack, you can only get one at a time, but everything that they add, they can do a quantity. So anyway, Carrie, I'm with you. I'm super excited. It's very simple, very clean, and can't wait for this new user-friendly, this website. It's going to be amazing.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. Anybody else want to give any insights on what they saw? I know we have a lot of leaders. We have ambassadors. We have diamonds that were all on this.
Chris, Shane here.
Yep.
I look at it like this. It's like you and your little dune buggy things that you were driving, and the thing can go 90 miles an hour on a flat road. But this new experience, I would say, it's like your vehicle, instead of it being in the mud, it's on dry land and it's flying now. Like the experience that the customer and the new promoter coming into this website is going to be so smooth. It's like we've got air in our tires now. It's equally as amazing as you all are in your stomachs and your guts. We all know how amazing we are. That's why we're on this call. We've now caught up to how amazing we are, is how I would describe it. As amazing as you guys all are, we all are, we now have a tool to be able to express that for us in an experience for somebody else seeing it for the first time. It's going to be pretty rad for us. So put your seatbelts on. I know that Chris didn't have his seatbelt on all weekend, but put your seatbelt on because this is going to take you to wherever you want to get to. That's for sure. There's my input.
Safety first. The only reason why I didn't have my seatbelt on is because underwater, that's not safe. You could drown. But good stuff. Great analogy, Shane, when we talk about the experience. He talked about an actual experience. And guys, this website and the back office and all that was all designed based off of the way that you guys make people feel, based on the way that we as a community would make people feel. And then they would come into the website that we have, and that wasn't what people felt. In fact, they felt 100% opposite of like, this is not happy and fun feeling, right? Well, this website and what we have and all of the new branding around this is all based on the experience that we as a community, you as a community, have created, and that feeling that people get from dealing with you. And so I just want to commend all of you all for being a part of that, because this website is a reflection of all of us. It's a reflection of what we've wanted to create for the last 3 years, and what we've been able to do. And we've done it without any of the tools. It's funny, I was on a call and I heard Bo mention when we were talking about tracking, somebody asked a question about tracking in the back office, and he's like, wait, you don't have that? Like, how do you build a unilevel without a back office, right? Guys, we have done numbers. When we look at the industry and what we've been able to do, it doesn't even make sense. Like, you can't even build a business to the level that we've done without having the tools that most back offices have. And guys, it's coming. And when all these tools come to play, we're going to be implementing some strategies in closing the month and where to focus your energy and where to focus your time. And it's going to be very easily streamlined, and it's not going to have to be some very complicated train. Like right now, if we wanted to train on the things that we should be doing at the end of the month, it would not be duplicatable at all. So we just haven't been training on those things. So what I can share with you, as all of this stuff goes into effect, you're going to see a new level of leadership within the organization, within the teams. You're going to see a new level of how we're communicating to people and how we're going to be able to use these tools to grow our businesses to another level. We've also been collaborating with some of the leaders, and there's going to be more collaboration on that, where we're going to use this call to also help, because what we've talked about is we have to create an environment for growth. And, I know we've had a lot of feedback and people enjoy the Mindset Monday calls, and we're going to do a cool mindset tonight. Tony Garcia had a memory of the first weekend that we actually met her. And I did a little thing talking about the Wizard of Oz, and she wanted me to share that tonight. But basically, we do some things that are boiled down to mindset. But what we're also going to be focusing in on is making sure that these calls, we're going to have different leaders helping out with this, to where we'll train on different aspects of the business to help you guys step your leadership game up. So we've said from the very beginning that we want to be a leadership factory, that we want to basically be that company that not only creates the most thousandaires, that is our mission, that is our cause. And guys, if you can really connect with that, let's face it, if you've been in the industry at all, most companies are selling long-term, let's get rich, the cars, the houses, and all this stuff. And it's all the hype stuff. That's what most companies are selling. We're going to create more millionaire, and they're talking all that. And this is the reality. Most people, if they're making, $5,000 a month on their job, they don't believe they're going to be a millionaire. Like, they love the idea, but they don't believe that's going to happen for them. So you talking about it, it might get them excited for a week or two. And then what happens is real lifeville comes in for them. Their perspective of reality kicks in, and you lose them. It's a matter of time. You can only sell the dream for so long. And what I love, and what our cause and our movement was from the very beginning, is we're going to create more 500 and thousandaires than any company in the history of direct sales and network marketing. See, that is something that a brand new person can wrap their head around. That is something that people can believe in, that I can make $1,000. Yeah, I can do that. And then you become a thousandaire with our company. And guys, many people in the industry, because they don't stick to their dream long enough, because they give up on themselves way prior, and because many of the comp plans don't reward it, many people never hit the $1,000 mark. And we have a very simplistic comp plan that pays people for taking action. And when somebody can literally go out there and get, 7 customers and recruit 3 people that came in on a pack and make $1,000, guys, that's amazing. So we have a very balanced comp plan where there's money at the bottom. The best comp plans are ones that pay the new person getting started, the people that are taking action, that they have a good middle class, and they have a good comp plan that's going to pay the top of the company as well. And the reality is most companies, their comp plans are very high on the top end. They're very high. You have these people making huge amounts of money, and the average person is starving to death. They never see true success, and they never see a lot of income come in, because they're selling that long-term dream, and most people will never hit it. Well, guys, with our model, it's based on the 80%ers. It's based on that leader can come in, and because they can create a duplication process where 80%ers can win, where the average person that might not have the leadership experience and all that can come in and create $1,000 a month income, guys, that is the building block. And if you can lay a brick, you can build a city. And guys, everyone can lay that brick in our company. Everyone can lay that brick in our community. Everyone can help somebody get to bronze. And then you can help somebody else get the bronze, and you can help someone else to get bronze, and you can help someone else get the bronze. And guys, that's how we've created in my industry experience. In 20 plus years of this industry, I've never had more people in the group in my organization that have earned 5-figure monthly incomes than we have over here. Never. And in 20 years of doing this, I was in another company where I did really well, and I had a group of people, but at 18 people in that time period, in a 5-year period. Guys, we did that in our first 6 months. We had so many people that had gone out there and done that very quickly because of the building blocks, because of the simplicity of the system. So guys, we have some incredible things. Any other leaders want to share on the back office, the website, or maybe even the product that you tried?
I just want to piggyback on what you're saying about the 80% real quick. And I think a lot of people get it kind of messed up, and they're like, well, I don't want to be labeled an 80%er. But hear me out. Here's the deal. If you're on this call, you're probably a 20%er already, because the percentage is based on what you want out of life, what you desire, what you're going to go after, not what you've obtained. Okay. But this is what we need to keep in mind. The majority of people in the world will fall in that 80% bracket because they're not trying to make 5 or 10 or 15 grand a month. $500 a month will change their lives. 1,000 a month will blow their gourd, like they don't even know what to think about, right? So go get a whole bunch of those people that you can change their life with $500 to $1,000. And in that process, you'll find an 80%er that wants to make 5, 10, 20, 30,000 a month.
Boom. Perfect. Perfect analogy or perfect explanation of that. So, and guys, when we say that, when we say 80%ers, we're not like labeling people like the little people or we're talking about the masses. And if you really want to like look at the industry as a whole, and when you see the momentum and a lot of momentum, when we see a bunch of stories and all that, you're seeing the stories of the 20%ers. And you're seeing the 20%ers go after all the other 20%ers. And when I say 20%ers, I'm talking about people that, have earned a certain income or whatever, that maybe they are business-minded type people, where true success in network marketing comes from getting a large group of people to do a few simple things over and over and over. Many of the people that weren't even looking for a business. When you have a business model that will attract people that weren't looking for a business, and it will convert them over into a business, then you have a home run. Because if you have a model, and like many of the models out there, and when I say the 20%ers, they're doing the business because of the business. That would be a good explanation of the 20%ers. They're doing this only because of the business. And they will jump from business to business to business, to go out there and basically, go, we need to make a bunch of money and stuff like that. And then you'll see a bunch of people, and they're going after other people, all about the money, all about the money, all about the money, all about the money. And they bring over a bunch of people that are all about the money. And they make a nice little check for a little while. And then what happens is, because they don't have a sustainable product that's affordable, that you can build a customer base. Guys, customer base is key. And when you have a model that you can actually build a customer base, that's when you have a home run. When you have a model that you can go out there and build customers, and then customers end up recruiting themselves, not because of the business, but because it makes sense, and they're not silly, that they're not allergic to extra money. And why would I want to go give all the money to somebody if I'm going to refer people to this product anyway? And when you have a high impact product like we do, that you would basically refer people whether you were getting paid or not. That's called a clue. And guys, that's exactly what we have. And then when you talk about a culture and community the way that we have, and we have a environment for growth, and that's what we were talking about. And guys, when we're talking about doing this training, and I saw Gabrielle saying, I love this, and a couple of other leaders make a comment about it, but guys, we are going to, I was on the phone with Barbara, and this girl's so organized. Like, she had many of the things that we've been talking about, and she had put it in like in such a format that it would be an easy share to where we can have different leaders grab parts of it and train on different parts to help people to step their leadership game up. And she broke it down so eloquently, and we're going to have some more masterminds, and then we're going to bring more leaders in on this, and then we're going to collaborate, and we're going to do this together, where this is not going to be some, oh, we're going to do some leadership training. We just jump on a call and we're like, hey, well, let me talk about this. No, this is going to be extremely structured, and it's going to be designed with a certain role in place to help people to bring their leadership level to a whole nother level. And I'm really excited to be digging through this. So it is some good stuff. So with that, guys, when I was saying about the 80%ers, we're talking about something that resonates and will attract the masses. So when you look at this industry, and you can just watch the waves. And if you go to the top income earners in the industry, every year, it's funny how you will have different people that change in that group. You'll have the top income earners, they're up there for like a year, 2 years tops. But then you have these people that are in older companies like Amway and Herbalife and all that, where they're consistently on that top 50 list every single year, because they did not run a model that was based on 20%ers going after 20%ers. And then after all the 20%ers are there, you can't build a customer base. We're talking about customer-based built models are the ones that those people stay on those lists of the top income earners for years and years and years. And it's not just somebody being on the list for 1 year, they're the top income earner this year. The next year, it's somebody else on the list. The next year, it's somebody else on the list. But there's always consistently people from the legacy companies that can truly build a customer base that will stay on that top 50 list year upon year upon year upon year. And guys, we have that kind of model. We have that kind of culture. We have that kind of community. And now the company has put all the last pieces of the puzzle in place for us to be that company with this website that we have to offer, with the new products that we have coming. Like this shake, guys, people would spend roughly what this shake is with just the one ingredient. Some people will spend anywhere from $60 to $100 a month on collagen products. Some people will spend between $60 and $100 a month on vitamins. Some people will spend around that on certain minerals and different things like that. Guys, imagine if you could have all of these things, prebiotics, probiotics, gut health, you name it, all in one product. Well, guys, this product has well over 80 ingredients of like the top of the top stuff. This is it's a top line, high, this is a terrible analogy, but I was like, like some people buy alcohol, right? And you'll have like your top shelf alcohol where, you can go get a fifth of vodka, I guess, for $6, right? Taka or something like that. I guess I don't know if whatever, or you could have your Tito's, right? Your handmade vodka, which is a lot higher grade vodka than your Taka, right? Well, guys, this is the top of the line, top shelf version of a shake that's going to be another diversionary spend, because people are already spending money on meal replacements, or they're already eating breakfast or lunch or whatever, and they can replace one of their meals with this and save money. So with that being said, guys, I'm really excited about that. Somebody else was going to share something about the website or the.
State.
Yeah,
wanted
can
to
I
share
want to
about
share it
the
too,
state.
Chris.
Go ahead. Whoever.
Who was speaking, because I want to share a couple things.
Go ahead, Robin.
Okay, awesome.
I think
So
might have been
I wrote down notes because I didn't want to lose track of a couple things I wanted to share, because you're always so awesome, Chris, and I didn't want to interrupt your amazing message. But I wanted to share the 80 and the 20%er. I was an 80%er. I just wanted to get my product paid for 20 years ago when I started this. And so I'm that 80%er. And a lot of us start out as 80%ers. And I have ran a business the whole time I've done network marketing. I have my own salon. I run another business. So even though I always did network marketing part-time, I turned into a 20%er because of my ambition, because of my drive, because of how I plugged in. So even though I ran a business and I was salon full-time, this is what I called my part-time business. But even though it's been part-time for 20 years, I've always done it full-time with the amount of time I put into it. So the 20%er just comes from ambition. It doesn't mean it's not income. It doesn't mean rank. It means your ambition, your drive. That's your 20%er. So like when I do Happy Coffee Talk, the people that are plugged into my Happy Coffee Talk that I do with my team, they're not all of them are high, like the high rank and making a lot of money. It's that they're ambitious. They want to plug in. They want to win. They want to pick up every bit of tip that they can. They want to grow. They want to learn. That's your 20%ers. It's where it's at in their heart. And 80%ers, we need 80%er because 80% of the people make up majority of our income here. And so it's getting a little bit of people, a lot of people doing a little bit. It's just a lot of people doing a little bit and loving on everybody where they're at. And hopefully those few 80%ers will turn into the 20%ers just like I did. So I wanted to share that about the 80%er. The other thing is I had a really good conversation with Bo Short, and I know Bo Short from years ago in the industry. We worked in another company together. And so I had an opportunity to connect with him and have, like, we spoke for a long time. I was really impressed with the amount of time he gave me that I could share my love for this company, love for our mission, love, just really get him to see what and who we are, what our culture is about. Like, he's learning us. He's learning what we're about. He's learning what we want. He's learning who we are and how we function. Like, he's really starting to get to understand the nature of who we are as a company and as a culture. And so I loved hearing he's really red. That personality, he's really driven. He's really in charge, but he's very compassionate, and he's very, he's so skilled in every area in this industry. And I couldn't be, I felt so good when I got off the call with him, just knowing who is leading. Like, he's truly leading us now. He works directly with Garrett and Keith. Like, he's the guy they report to and go to. And so I really feel like what he shared with me about where we're going as a company, what we have available to us, like the funds that we have available to us, the relationship we have with Fight-Chan, the vision of where we're going. Our company can do anything. We can afford to do anything we want to do. We're going to be able to do anything that we want to do. It's finding out where do we want to go? What do we want to do? And so this shake, this is something we've been talking about for a long time. Chris actually was probably the loudest one to say, we need shakes, we need shakes, we need shakes. And so I'm so, to see it come alive, to see it actually be here, to see it at my house today and get a chance to try it. I was like, oh, please let this taste good. Please let this taste like cake. And it tastes exactly like, if you can remember, if you were one of those people that dipped your hand in the bowl after making your grandma made or your mom made that vanilla cake, it's that cake mix. Like, I love the cake mix. I always would want to eat the cake mix after she got done mixing it and pouring it in the bowl. I don't know why, but it tastes so good. And so when I drank it today, I was like, oh my gosh, it brought me right back to when I was a kid, when I used to eat. I don't know how many of you guys eat cake mix. Maybe you could put your hands up or put a one in there. Like, are you a cake mix eater? Like, do you like that before it goes to actually makes a full cake? It was so good. And the best part was I have 2 samples and I only made one today, but I made it the way I would normally make a shake, which is with, I used oat milk. I'm drinking oat milk now. And by the way, oat milk is delicious, tastes a lot like milk. But I made it with that and some ice, and I just did the shake. I just wanted to taste what it was like, how I would normally make a shake. And I'm going to try it with water next to see kind of how that is, but it wasn't too sweet. It wasn't overbearing. It easily can be changed into anything. So super, you guys, Like it's a win. And to know it has collagen, has protein from hemp protein, like the benefits are incredible. And I did have to go to the bathroom like after I drank it. So I don't know what that is, because I know there's gut health and I know there's stuff going on in your gut. It wasn't like I had to run to the bathroom. It was just, for those that maybe have a heart, maybe that's a problem, which typically is not a problem with me. But I was like, wow, I could feel my stomach move. It definitely has gut health, like definitely something going on with the gut in there. So there's an incredible amount of ingredients in it, and it's like the wellness shake, like it's amazing. So I'm super excited about that. But I also want to talk really quick before I hand this back over about leadership. When I talked to Bo and we discussed the industry, there is developed leaders. We're all leaders. We're all leading people to something. And there's leaders, and then there's really good leaders. And I was sharing with Bo, like, I really feel like for our company to go to that next level, we need to develop leaders. Like, there's a difference between leading and leading well, leading good. And I've been really focused on John Maxwell's book lately. And Barbara reached out to me, Barbara Cotto, and she was like, there's something missing. Like, Barbara said, I believe if we had developed leaders, when situations show up, we would be able to smash it like no other. Like, we would be able to, like, it is already taken care of in our mind. We already know to handle that problem, and we won't create bigger problems. Because what I'm finding and what I see is, when you've been in the industry a long time and you've developed, the painful part is you see things so black and white, you wish other people could see it the way you do. You're like, how are they not seeing this? But I forget, like, the more aware and the more awakened we become as a human being, the more we're able to see clear through glasses that are so clear. Other people haven't got that yet. They haven't gone through the classes yet. They haven't been developed yet. They haven't been able to put on the shades that you have on. And so it's painful. And so Barbara brought that up. Chris was talking about it, like developed leaders, and we have positional leaders and developed leaders. Like, okay, so you're a positional leader. That's a blessing. Like, you got blessed with that position, but you got to catch up to your mindset. You got to learn, like, your business is 80% of psychology. Like, 20% is practical. Like, you go and do the DMOs, but 80% is psychology. Like, you got to get your mind right, and you got to get the principles and values of leadership correct. Simple things that if you knew as a developed leader how to handle something, you wouldn't take something that's so simple in your downline and your team. As you grow a team, you wouldn't make it worse. You wouldn't create a bigger situation, and you wouldn't demotivate your downline. Like, there's certain things as leaders, we have to rise up and learn how to win the war, not win the battle. Winning the war takes understanding leadership development. Like, we have to develop to learn how to be a better leader, to rise above situations and be able to smash it, and be that person that goes, you know what, we got this. Like, we're in the field, like, we're battling for greatness in this world. We have happiness to share. We have people to take with us. We need developed leaders. And so when I talked to Judy, I talked to Chris, I talked to Barbara, I said, we need to come together. And Chris is going to be, I mean, we're all got strengths. Like, I'm not a person that can develop platforms. Like, I'm not a structured, but Barbara is. And then, Chris got his greatness. We all have greatness. There's leaders that have greatness everywhere. It's like, how can we come together, unite, and create some sort of platform, some sort of something to where we can grow to be better leaders? So that's what Chris was sharing. We're talking about, like, it's getting put together right now. I'm super, super excited that, and it's not for everyone. Like, it's not everyone's probably going to want to raise their hand and go through this course. However, I do believe those people that are 20%ers that really want to win, that really want to plug in, that really want to grow, that really want to make a difference, that want to not be afraid to grow themselves, because it isn't easy to grow. I mean, it's painful, and it's change. People don't like change, right? So we got to understand this is going to be change. This is going to be able to, it's just going to be challenging for us, often as humans. But I think once we do it together, and there'll be great rewards at the end. And I just think our company is gonna just be ready to go to the next level. So that's what I wanted to share tonight.
I know there was somebody else that was unmuted. Was that Jenny? Were you trying to say something earlier? Or was it somebody else? Somebody had some comment about the leader call earlier.
I'll say something, Chris, now that you mentioned my name. That was so good, Robin, what you shared. And, you know, it's so true. It's all about growing, and all of us are created to advance, you know, and leadership is so needed today in the world that we live in. And we have a life raft. We have a life raft to send out to so many lives. I'm talking to people every day, and they have real serious health issues. And we need to share and be very compassionate. We need to be really bold with what we have. And another quote I'd heard many years ago is that you and I will be the same person that we are today in the next 5 years' time, except for the people we meet and the books that we read. And it's so true. Books do so much in your life, audio books, you know, it's super important to be mentored. And leadership, you never arrive where you don't have a mentor. I would never be where I'm at today if I didn't have the mentors that I have. And I know it's because of the mentoring that leadership's more caught than taught. So I just wanted to say what you shared, Robin. I'm super excited. I've seen this grow, you know, got in from the very beginning with my husband 3 years ago. And just to see where we are today, I feel sorry for the ones that have left or for whatever reason quit, because they quit way too early. The best is yet to come. The people that are on, you know, I see this as we're building an ark, honestly, and that we have to get as many people on the ark as we can because of the situations that are coming. And we need to get secure, create a financial residual income for our families. We need to send out that life raft because there's many people out there losing their jobs, not going back to their businesses. And I don't think it's going to get really easier right now. You know, we've seen what's going on in our nation, and it's people now are being forced to look at this industry where once they would have said, oh, I'm corporate America, that's not for me, and have an opinion about this industry, which I think this industry is the most powerful industry out there. And I once heard that if you take all the movie industry and all the sports industry and put them together, that our industry is bigger than that. And, you know, it's been tainted. It's the most powerful industry on the planet. It's all about relationships. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's all about personal and leadership development. And we really have to have a checkup from our own neck up. And that's why it's so important to be plugged into these Zooms, because we all deal with the man in the mirror. It's the battlefield of the mind. And it doesn't matter where you're at. You don't get to a level of leadership where you don't have battles in your own mind. You know, it's like you get bigger battles, you know. And just to end on this, you know, when you're building a team, it's always important that if you have negative or you feel you have like some challenges with what you think about things, go always upline, always go up with your challenges. Don't take your vinegar and pour it down. From you to everyone you come in contact with, sharing the products, customers, business members, you can't go to your team and share what you're feeling about things and have a taint of negativity. It's your job to pour honey into your business. So that's super, super important. So if you have a challenge, don't share and confide that with your team members, because you're the example. And this business is all about duplication. So vinegar up, honey down. That's super important. But anyways, yeah, thanks so much for letting me share. I'm excited about where we're headed as a company, and we haven't seen anything yet. It's super exciting.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Jen. So anyone else, any of the other leaders that were on the call? If not, we will start to round this bad boy off. All right. So guys, I was talking to Tony earlier and she shared a memory. It's funny because it was the week that it was the day that I met Tony. And we were probably just months in. What is it, February? So we were literally 2 months in to the company when we got started, and we held an event in Houston, Texas. And, you know, Tony, being the leader that she is, literally drove all the way from Houma, Louisiana, has never really looked, wasn't even in the company yet, I believe, drove to Houston, Texas to kind of see what everything was about from Louisiana. So, and at that training, I basically closed out the event with a story of the Wizard of Oz. Has anybody seen the Wizard of Oz? Like 3 of y'all. Great. Awesome. So guys, when you look at the Wizard of Oz, and I'm like, this is going to be super brief, super whatever, just for the sake of time, we're going to close this out. But when you think about the Wizard of Oz, you know, what do we have? We have a few characters in the Wizard, right? We have a lion, we have a scarecrow, we have a Tin Man, and we had what else did we have? Anybody?
Little girl.
No, we had a little girl. We had
A
Dorothy,
lion.
right?
We had a
Right?
lion.
The lion, the scarecrow, the Tin Man, and then we had Dorothy, right? And when they told her, yeah, we had Toto too. So when basically she ended up in this place, she was trying to find her way home, right? And the thing is that many of us are trying to find our way, and we're trying to find our way to success, and we're trying to find, you know, or the life that we want. And in the Wizard of Oz, she was trying to get home. And how did they tell her that she had to get home? They told her that she had to go see the wizard, right? And the only way you can get home is if you go see the wizard. And the wizard was this grandiose, unbelievable character. And they're like, see the wizard? And it wasn't like, nobody sees the wizard, right? But everything was about, you know, going to go see the wizard. And when they told her, she's like, all right, well, how do I go see the wizard? And they shared, you have to follow the what? You have to follow the yellow brick road. My daughter's screaming from the background, the yellow brick road. So guys, remember when they put her, they brought her to the center of the yellow brick road, right? They brought her to like right there on the very center. And do y'all remember in the beginning when the road kind of like the road turned and she's doing circles and stuff like that, and they're skipping around and dancing and doing all the stuff that they're doing, and they're in the center. And like me being more of the direct type personalities, I'm like, why is she doing all those circle things? Like the road's straight right over there. Like right here, there's all these turns and stuff, and you could just walk right there across and get on the yellow brick road over there. Well, the thing is that sometimes you have to go through those circles, right? There is no shortcut to success in life. And guys, we have a system, and our system is the yellow brick road. And the system is what's going to help us get to the wizard, right? So we have a 4-step system that we talk about where we basically drink products, right? We have a bunch of cool products. We have some naughty unmuters out there as I'm talking about the wizard. Let me see. So right now I'm drinking the peach tea. Guys, we drink products and we're happy, and we plug people into a community. In step 2, we share stories. We share stories of what the products are doing for us. We're sharing where we were prior to being on the product, what it's done for us, and how it's changed and impacted our life. And then the next step is we're using a tool. And I'm so excited to be able to share this new website that we're going to have, and just being able to send people to the website as a tool. We're giving out samples. Like as I was out 4-wheeling, believe me, everybody that was with me took max caps before we even started. So I was max capping people up. I was at these guys' campers and stuff, and you know, they're asking, what do you do? Have you heard the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? I keep samples on the 4-wheeler. You know, we have a simple business. Step 3 is use a tool, don't be a tool. Step 4 is share or connect people to someone else, right? We're going to connect people to someone else. Well, guys, that is our yellow brick road. And that is how we get there. But see, the thing is and the reason why we have Mindset Monday is because, or for Steph and the Australians can't call it Mindset Monday. We're going to call it Mindset Mastery or whatever. But the point is the reason why you hear people talk about mindset so much is because there's stories that are being told that hold you back from following the yellow brick road. There are the monkey men that are going to jump out after you, right? There's a bunch of things that are going to pop up in your life. You got to oil the door hinges on your doors, they're squeaking and you can't let the trash build up on your front doorstep. For any of you all that have listened to Jim Rohn's Building Your Network Marketing Business, right? Guys, things happen. Things get in our way and we start to tell ourselves stories. And guys, just like, remember the Tin Man? He didn't have a what? The Tin Man didn't have a heart. You had the the lion that didn't believe that he had any courage. He didn't believe that he had within him courage and was always, talking about how he didn't have courage. And then you had the Scarecrow who didn't believe that he had a brain. And I'm sharing this, guys, because many of you all are telling yourselves similar stories. Many of you all have self-limiting beliefs and self-limiting thoughts that are holding you from getting to your place, to your dream, to your destiny. You are basically telling yourself all these things and using whatever story you've been told growing up on how you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you'll never amount to anything, you're not this or you're not that, you're too old, you're too whatever. The bottom line is that you are good enough. And just like the Tin Man who had to be oiled every couple minutes because he was crying so much because he had a huge heart, or when the monkey men jump out, or the tree monsters and all that other kind of stuff, the lion that had the courage within him to fight off all those enemies and things in the movie when he didn't believe he had it in himself. And then you have the Scarecrow who masterminded how they're going to get to the thing, to the wizard. And then we finally get to that place. Like every single one of you all have built up this place in your mind on what success is or what that looks like and how it's too great because no one sees the wizard, right? And you have these barriers that are put up because you think that it's too big. And guys, the difference between this is super successful and the average is just a little extra. See, the word extraordinary, when you break it down, it's extraordinary. And when you look at all heroes, all giants, all, champions out there, it's not that they're this spectacular whatever. It boils down to being a large group of people doing a few simple things or simple instead of simple disciplines versus simple errors in judgment. It just boils down to being extraordinary. If you are a swimmer, just taking another lap. If you're in bodybuilding or whatever, just doing another set. If you're in whatever it is that you do, just doing a little bit more. And when you hear the stories of even Tom Brady, when they said that he would never be a starting quarterback, he would never be this, he would never be that. He wasn't the first one to be drafted and all that, and has won more championships than anybody ever. Extraordinary. Guys, it's about becoming extraordinary. Just doing a little bit of extraordinary things over and over and over again. And guys, the thing is that you already have every seed that you need within you. You already have greatness within you. Just like the Tin Man already had his heart. Just like the Scarecrow already had the brain that he was looking for. Oh, as soon as this happens, then I'm going to do it. Just like, the lion had the courage to basically fight off all the enemies. Guys, you have every seed that you need already within you. You already have greatness within you. and you have this community that you can plug people into. And guys, it really boils down to this. And when you think about the end of the movie and they say, well, you know, she gets there and she realizes like the wizard is not some big deal. It's just a little short guy, right? And basically, you know, he's the guy that's going to whatever, and he has no idea how to tell her to get home. And then the good witch just tells her, all you got to do is click your heels together. All you have to do is believe. Guys, all you have to do is believe in yourself. All you have to do is believe in the system, believe in the process, believe in the culture, believe in the community, and click your heels together. It's really that simple. But why didn't you tell me that in the beginning? It's because it's so simple that you wouldn't believe that it's even that simple to get home. It's that simple. And guys, that's what we talk about on Mindset Monday. It's funny that people will get on these calls and they're like, well, tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. Guys, we have training call after training call after training call that tell you what to do. You know, the call this weekend was great. Every call, every weekend, every Saturday morning at elevatethehappy.com are all great calls that are the steps on how to get to where you want to go. It's the steps of the yellow brick road. It's the steps of the system of the 4 steps. And you'll hear just different point of views on the same thing. Guys, we already have that part, but if you don't have your mindset right, if you don't have your belief system right, it doesn't matter what steps we give you, you're not going to take the steps because you have self-limiting beliefs. And that's why we wanted you guys, that's why we talk about this call. That's why we talk about the mindset over and over and over. This morning, you know, Jerry West he talked about mindset. And many of the happy coffee chats, they're talking about mindset. Because the business is so simple, it's literally clicking your heels together and running the 4 steps, right? It's so simple, but then people don't do it. Why? It's because of the limiting beliefs, the stories that you tell yourself. Well, guys, you know, God doesn't make junk. Every single one of you all have the greatness within you. Every single one of you all have everything that you need right now. It boils down to just going out there and doing it. With that being said, hope you guys got value. Everybody have a great night. Thank you, everyone that shared on the call tonight and brought the goods to everyone. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. And I guess I didn't mute all earlier, so I guess I won't unmute all. But
Thanks, Chris.
let's say good night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Chris.
Good night.
It was
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night.